Hello, hello. All right. So first off, happy holidays. I want to talk about something that came up in our maintainers webinar this week, and I thought it was a great question. It was, what does a good, healthy holiday look like long term for somebody who's trying to maintain a weight loss? And I thought, that's a great question. And so the person shared, this was her first holiday season, being at her goal weight. She was trying to figure out, should I, like reflecting on my past, it was either I ate whatever I wanted, I eat a little bit of this and I eat a little bit of that, or I'm constantly restricting. And she even said, there's been holidays I've lost weight and there's been holidays I've gained 5+ pounds, right? So those two extremes. And she was saying, how do you do this long term? And so I explained to her that the way that I look at it now, 10 years outside of hitting my goal weight and maintaining, first off, I don't think you should ever restrict on the holiday for the meal that is the holiday meal, aka Christmas comes one day a year. There's usually one massive meal, or maybe there's even two, right? Like maybe some people do like a big Christmas breakfast and they do a big Christmas dinner. But the rest of the time is what gets us in trouble. It's not the one day, it's not the one meal. Nobody gained the 100+ pounds or 50+ pounds or whatever they're carrying that they're trying to shed because of Thanksgiving Day, Christmas Day, Valentine's Day, their birthday, like truly, you're talking maybe out of a year, 5 or 10 days that have led to the weight. That makes no logical sense, right? So that being said, my personal philosophy on the holiday is this: no restriction, but boundaries. And the way that looks is, as I was talking to this community member, I said to her, well, what do those two things look like? She says, well, when I'm restricting, I'm really restricting. She's like, I'm eating the vegetables, the stuff, and I'm saying no to all the other stuff. She says, but when I'm not and I gain the weight, I'm like eating a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And I said, okay, so what's your boundary on that? And she didn't have one. And I said, okay, so here's my boundary. I can eat whatever I want. I could have 5 plates of dessert if I want. It's Christmas Day. I can have what I want. Thanksgiving Day. I can have what I want. But here's my boundary. Food on plate, butt in chair. I don't graze anymore. I used to do that a lot. Like if they had the little table of appetizers, they had the table of desserts. It was just like, you nibble through the time that you're there, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I kind of got away from that. I said, okay, there has to be some remembrance that this is about taking care of your body. This is about doing what's best for your body. Even if it's a holiday, like your body still needs care, even if it's a holiday. So I don't lose focus, so I don't lose sight, so I don't become mindless. Why do we track food? To be mindful, not because we're trying to hit a calorie target every day. It's so we have a vague idea of what we're doing and we're aware. How many desserts am I having a day? Oh, wow, I didn't know that, right? It's that awareness piece that's important. So for me, on the day, for the meal, eat what you want. have what you want. If you want to have 2 slices of pie, have 2 slices of pie. But have a boundary for yourself where you say, and for me, my boundary is anything I want to consume goes on a plate. I sit down and I enjoy it. I don't stand and eat and mindlessly graze. I don't allow myself to do that anymore. I sometimes will have the impetus to do it. You get in conversation with somebody, there's food sitting there. But I've just trained myself over the years that that's not okay. That when I want the peanuts or the cheese and crackers, I need to get a napkin, I need to put it on there, I need to sit down and enjoy it. It's not that I can't have it, it's that it must be done with my boundary being at play, okay? So that's kind of how I want you to think about going through your holiday season. Like, what is the boundary for you? What is your way of honoring and remembering that you're there to take care of your body? You have another wonderful holiday season in your body, living your life, that you can enjoy the food, but not do it in a way that feels overly restrictive, but doesn't also feel gluttonous. Like you're not just going to go at it hardcore all day, feel horrible the next day, and repeat that cycle over and over and over again. So this is something I hope helps as you guys are getting ready to celebrate in the next day or two. And again, it could be any holiday. I mean, truly ask yourself if that is a special holiday and you're thinking like it's one of the 5 or 10 a year that really are big celebrations, I shouldn't have to restrict. I should be able to enjoy these foods. And what are my personal boundaries? The other one for me is if they're not 10 foods, so foods that I really value, enjoy, and they're hard to come by, I typically pass them up. So for example, the bag of, Ruffles potato chips, I can go to 7-Eleven and get Ruffles potato chips. They're not all that special to me. But if I were to go and have somebody's special homemade, salad or special tarts or special, side dish thing that they only make once a year, heck yeah, if it's a 10 for me, I'm going to eat it. So it's also evaluating that too. And that could be another boundary you have. I can eat whatever I want on a plate, sit down and enjoy it, but it should be a 10. And if it's a food that I can is readily available to me all year long, those might be the foods I skip over, right? And I focus on foods that are closer to a 10, which are hard to find, special, rare, very delicious, homemade, those kinds of things. So I hope these little tips help you as you're navigating your holiday season. You guys have a fantastic one, and I will be back with another video. Please like and subscribe. Feel free to share these videos if you think they'd be helpful for someone, and I will talk to you soon.